Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the new moon taking place April 1st, 2022 in the sign of Aries, so it is officially Aries season. If you are not familiar with my channel, what I do is I look at new moon and full moon energies every month for the collective. It's just my way of taking a look at what's going on for us. And the reason why I do these readings for the moon is because full moon, for one, is a time where we let go, we purge, we release. And sometimes it's good to get a look at what it is that we're letting go or what it is that we're releasing, right? And that full moon time is purposeful to make changes that are necessary to clean the slate for ourselves in order to then make ourselves more receptive to receive come new moon time. And new moon time is a time where we allow the new in, that we set intentions for new things to come. So when I look at the new moon time, like now, it's kind of to get a heads up as far as what might be coming in for us. What new might we expect, right? So that's why I do these readings. It's kind of cool to kind of look at what's coming and going, right? So I will start with the fortune reading cards. It's my way of, starting with the oracle cards. It's kind of my way of looking at what the theme of the new moon is. And just real quick, you don't have to have Aries anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this reading. Again, this is just the new moon taking place in the sign of Aries. It's officially Aries season. So again, you don't have to have it anywhere in your chart. So let's go ahead and get started and see what this new moon is all about. The theme of this new moon, April 1st, 2022, for the collective. New moon in Aries. What is this new moon all about? One card, please. April 1st, 2022. New moon in Aries. All right, let's see what we have here. Whoa, look at that. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. You're going places, right? Or new things are coming in. New things are landing maybe into your life, right? If I'm going to use it as, not trying to be punny, but technically airplane comes and goes. It's funny that I said that, right? I said it's good to take a look at what's coming and going when it comes to the full moon, which releases, and the new moon, which receives. And planes do come and go. They land and they take off. So I feel like something, this new moon is taking off for you, right? Or coming into your life or landing into your life. But it's saying that there's a journey at hand. Some of you literally for the new moon could be making travel plans. You could be going somewhere, literally. But if it's not that, then this is saying a journey is indicated here. A journey is taking place. You're about to begin a journey, okay, into the new. And whenever I think of like going on vacation, right, the anticipation, the expectation of going somewhere new is kind of exciting. So I feel like that little bit of a, like, I don't know about you, but I get it. I get a little bit of butterflies before I go away. And this is giving that butterfly, like, tickle in your stomach feeling, right? The anticipation of excitement and something new to explore, and there's something around the corner. It's like getting excited about the unknown. A lot of times we can tend to get scared of the unknown, right? And we can tend to worry about the unforeseen or the things we don't see up ahead. But in the sense of like going on vacation, right, as an example, I think the unknown in that instance is super exciting. So the unexpected is what makes it exciting. What you might encounter, what you might see, new foods that you get to taste, right? New cultures you get to explore. And that is, to me, exciting. So I feel like exciting times are up ahead in a sense that this new moon is bringing bringing something new into your life, and or you are figuratively and or traveling towards something new. It kind of feels like what you seek is seeking you, in a sense, like you're on a journey to kind of meet each other in a way. And that's what this new moon is all about. It's about things taking off for you. And your life will be more fulfilled for it. Okay. Also, like new things entering into your experience as well. Again, just like you enter into a new place when you travel, right? You're entering into something new, and then there's also something new entering into your experience. So again, either way. So I have the Wandering Star Tarot here. So April 1st, 2022, new moon in Aries. What is this energy all about? Maybe what should we know? Anything that we should be anticipating, getting a heads up about, right? There's an expectant energy or feeling like maybe some of you already intuitively are sensing something up ahead, but it is still at this time unknown and I would say uncharted territory. That's interesting. So yeah, there's this feeling of uncharted territory, the unknown, but some of you are excited about the unknown. You're excited about what the new can bring. And maybe that's that Aries energy, which is passionate, fiery, excitable, yes. Insatiable, yes. So there's something exciting taking place about the new that could be entering your life, and or the new that you are entering into. The feeling here is just anticipation, expectation, okay? Into the unknown, but at the same time, the unknown in this instance, instead of it being daunting, is actually exciting. So exciting times ahead is what the new moon is saying here. Be prepared for exciting times ahead. Let's see. April 1st, 2022, new moon in Aries. What is the message here for the collective? Okay. Let's see if we can get one more. All right, if I need more cards, I will grab from over here. Wow, okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, and wow. Whoa. Do you see that? That's the Six of Wands. Victory, triumph over adversity. Here's the adversity, right? The Nine of Swords. Okay, Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pages are brand new energy. Nine of Swords is saying that you have cleared up your mind, you have cleared up your thoughts, and instead with the Page of Cups, you have gone into your heart. And getting out of your head and going into your heart is what is assuring you the victory this new moon. That's literally what these cards just said to me. Whoa, okay. Okay. Let me see if I could kind of explain this in a metaphysical way. Nine of Swords energy is your conscious thoughts. Your conscious thoughts are the ones that will plague you. Your conscious thoughts are the ones that will try to attack you and try to, like, plant seeds of negativity, right? With the Nine of Swords. Sometimes your conscious waking thoughts will keep you up at night. Those are the ones that will instill fear, anxiety, stress, worry, doubt, uncertainty, insecurity in you. But the feeling here is that you're not giving those thoughts your energy anymore. So what you're doing is instead you're going into your heart. You are connecting with your inner being to block this out. The card says here, magic, love, fun, right? Creativity also is another one. Surprises with the little fish. Again, surprise victory here taking place. But the feeling is here, your conscious mind it does not have the power over you anymore. You're allowing your heart to speak. You're allowing your intuition, your intuitive energy to speak through. You're allowing the inner being to have control. Your higher self to have control. And because of that, you attain your victory. Because of that, you have triumphed over anything that would tell you otherwise. Think about this. Our conscious thoughts are what plant the seeds in our subconscious. Our subconscious is what brings it about. Our subconscious is what makes things happen. Our subconscious doesn't necessarily know the difference between positive and negative. All it does is take orders from the conscious mind. So this is why you have to be very mindful of your thoughts and the energy that you give your thoughts, because every time your conscious thoughts come up with something negative, you're planting a negative thought or order into the subconscious spirit realm mind to bring about into your experience. So this is why I'm saying your conscious mind does not have that power over you. This new moon is showing you that you can go into your heart at any time and erase the conscious thoughts, replace them with something more in alignment with your inner being, because your inner being is the one who's in charge, in a sense. It's the conscious mind that would try to talk the inner being out of realizing it's in charge, you know? I hope that makes sense. There's a quote by Neville Goddard that says, "I'm not a rational person." Okay? Your rational thoughts will come in and say, "Oh, but this, what about this? And you don't have enough of that." Or, "You can't do that. That's impossible." You see, those are the rational thoughts that the outside world would literally influence and or make you think. But you can ignore that. You don't have to accept that. You can reject that. You can go directly into your heart and say, "Bullshit. My higher self knows that I can, that I am possible, that I'm worthy, that I'm deserving, that I am loved." You go into that inner being and the subconscious inherent knowing and belief, and align with your positive, right? Your positive thoughts instead. And allow that to be the fuel that steers your ship, despite what the outside might make you think and put you into this energy about, right? There are surprises in store for you this new moon. Nine of Swords is the energy you're leaving behind, where you don't have, necessarily control over your thoughts, right? With the Nine of Swords, you don't. But in this case, you flipped the script. Instead of your thoughts controlling you, you have control over your thoughts. And you, with the Page of Cups, are going into your heart. And it is that energy of getting in touch with your inner child, your subconscious, your imagination, and visualizations, right, that assure you your victory. God is our, so they say, right? God is our own human imagination, right? So they say. So therefore, we can access the inner the inner world, the inner being, the higher self, the God spark, through that. And we can live in there, in our inner world, and create from there, materialize, manifest from there, and say to hell with the conscious thoughts that would try to nag at you and tell you otherwise. Right? So here is a surprise. It's like the universe surprising you with victory, surprising you with a positive, triumphant, glorious outcome. You have gained with the owl wisdom, because owl is wisdom and knowledge. It's also goddess energy. So I feel like you have gained wisdom through the journey of controlling your thoughts and stepping into your heart and your inner being. You have leveled up. You have triumphed over previous adversities that would have you stuck in that mindset of limitation and lack, worry, stress, and fear. And it is this that is, again, assuring your victory, that's getting you places, because you've knocked that out of the way. This new moon is showing you that you really have healed that. And you've connected back to your inner child. And you've heard me before in my readings describe how the inner child, right? That childlike quality. We've forgotten sometimes how to connect back to that. If you ask any child, what do they want to be when they grow up, right? This is an analogy I use. You ask a child, what is it that they want to be when they grow up? They will tell you all kinds of, like, from a adult perspective, we might look at it and say it's outlandish, crazy. Oh my gosh, their imagination is huge. And it's true, because they believe that they can be anything that they want to be. As adults, we grow up, we get jaded, we get hurt, we get wounded, we experience trauma, we experience fear, doubts, insecurities, and then we forget that we can actually be anything that we want to be. We forget how limitless we really are. Most children don't realize, they don't understand limitation. They truly believe they can be anything that they want to be, and they should believe it, because it's true. We're the ones who are wrong when, as adults, we might doubt what they say, or we might say, oh, sure, honey, whatever you say, But, and I've heard adults say that. Like, their kid is going off saying, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And the parents are like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, honey. And that makes me sad, to be honest. But it's true, they can. And we can too. We forgot, though. We forgot that we can. Because we allowed limitation and density and all the things that we experience in this physical 3D matrix reality to make us forget how powerful we really are, and how we can create. Page of Cups is speaking to me of the inner child. It's speaking to me of the imagination, and stepping into that heart space where anything and everything is possible for you, because it is. So I would say with this new moon, take time out to step out of your head and go back into your heart like that of a child. Step into your imagination. Commune with spirit that way. This new moon. And watch how you make magic happen. Watch how you release and let go. And you go into your heart and you feel it. Okay, you think it, you visualize it, right? You think positive, you see it in your mind's eye, and you feel it in your heart, and you are assured of victory, because the subconscious mind has to receive the order. It cannot deny you the order. So if you gave it a positive visualization thought and imagining, it has to respond. It has to. So I'm looking at this, like, and I'm going to go into it very, like, there's a couple literal scenarios I'm seeing here too, but if we're talking metaphysical, right? There's something about you conquering over limitations, thoughts, fears, worries, distractions even. And learning to go into your heart and trust like a child would trust their parent, right? Stepping into your mind's eye, your meditations, your visualizations, and receiving a happy surprise, a victorious, triumphant surprise on the other side of this new moon, for you conquering over the Nine of Swords energy. The surprise is coming from the fish in the cup, right? Because it always pops out in a weird, funny way, right? And takes the person by surprise. Pages are also messengers. So they're students of life. They're the inner child and the inner working, especially the inner imaginings with the Page of Cups. The inner imaginings of the inner child. They are messengers as well. They deliver messages. So there's a message coming your way. Okay, in a literal sense, this new moon. In regards to something with the Nine of Swords that you were concerned about. You get a positive message come through. Maybe for some of you, it's a sign, a synchronicity, a download that comes through this new moon about something that you were really concerned about with this Nine of Swords, that you were breaking your head over. But the outcome that you sought in that scenario that had you concerned ends up going your way and ends up being very positive, you having triumph over the concern or the situation that was at hand. This is a happy, this is a loving message. This is all things good message, Page of Cups. And what it does is once this message comes through, it absolves you of the worry, right? It ends up turning out better than you expected. It's a happy surprise. It ends up becoming better than you expected, leading you to a positive outcome. And it sets the stage, right, for things to start taking off in a very positive way. For some of you, this is a message. This could be a message about, again, if you were concerned about a loved one, if you were concerned about a relationship or something like that. Maybe it's somebody you haven't heard from in a while. Maybe it's somebody with the plane who is far away from you. Because when we travel, we do go places that are usually farther away than usual, right? Or normal. So I feel like this new moon, you could receive a message from somebody far away. And maybe it was somebody you were concerned about. But it ends up being a happy surprise. And your concerns about that person or situation or scenario with them is, again, it dissipates, it dissolves, it gets resolved, it gets healed even. And there's something positive that comes on the other side of the message. Now, this distance or far away could be figurative, it could be literal distance, but, you know, for some of you, it might be, you might get a message from somebody who's been distant or estranged from you, possibly, right? There's a beautiful outcome on the other side of something that was concerning to you or something you were struggling with is what it's saying here. And the reason why there's a positive outcome on the other side of this new moon is because you've already gone into your heart, right, to visualize the positive outcome that you desire. Or this is advice telling you to do that this new moon. If there is anything you're concerned about at this time as you're watching this reading, to focus on the positive visualization in the mind's eye, in your imaginings, right? In your meditations. Have that feeling sink into your heart until you believe it. Okay? Once the feeling becomes real to you, solidified to you as fact, again, that's faith. the subconscious spirit realm, all of that has to respond. It cannot deny you. So it ends up materializing what you felt in your heart as fact. It ends up materializing it to you in your outer everyday world. That's what manifestation is all about. You can manifest the outcome you seek. It will harden and turn into fact, but you have to feel it in your heart as already done, as already complete, as already the truth. For some of you, this new moon, if there was any concerns about travel plans, right? Again, a message will come through to resolve and absolve the situation that you were concerned about in regards to going somewhere, in regards to your travel. There is movement here. And another thing, the Six of Wands talks about a soldier on his horse, right? Or you see it normally in the depiction. And whenever I think of the horse, I do think of movement, speed, travel, momentum, action, go, right? So again, the feeling here is if there was anything held up, this new moon is going to release the floodgates for you so you can move and go and take the first step. New energy here with the page, right? Because pages are the first step in the direction of something. They're the initiation of something. So the floodgates are going to be open so you can take the first step in the direction of your victory, in the direction of your blessings, in the direction of your success, in the direction of your achievement. Do you see? In the direction of a positive outcome. That's the feeling here. You're moving in the direction of a positive outcome, and anything that you were concerned about, the message comes through, information, the download, the synchronicity, something, right, gets sent, delivered to you in some way to assure your victory. And to have you moving in the right direction. Again, the playing card says your life is going to become more full, right? It's more fulfilled. Nonetheless, what this is also saying to me with the owl energy is that, again, there's so much that you've learned, or you're so much wisdom that you're about to gain from your experiences, or that you have gained already from your experiences, maybe of balancing your mind and your heart. Balancing your mind and your heart puts you in total alignment with your higher self and your inner being and the God spark within. Honestly, if you asked me, I would say that that is the whole purpose of life, right? To learn, to grow, and to align with your higher self from the inside out. That's why we're here. To gain that wisdom, that knowledge, and then once you gain that, it's like, you know, you're always learning and growing. Obviously, life will always teach you something new. You never stop learning and growing. You're a perpetual student of life. But once you gain that wisdom, once you gain that understanding and knowledge, and you spend the rest of your life, or you will spend the rest of your life honing it and perfecting it. But that is like the Library of Alexandria all at your fingertips at one time. It opens up a whole new world to you. Do you see? And it feels like this new moon is doing that for a lot of the collective, basically handing you the Library of Alexandria, right? Opening you up to your higher self, to the wisdom within, and you gaining access to all these upgrades and levels of ascension. Like, it feels like an accelerated level of ascension taking place here, helping you to step into a newer version of you that has more access to knowledge and wisdom and spiritual understanding and enlightenment than you've ever had before. The old energy of the Nine of Swords, the old paradigms, the old patterns, the old belief systems, those are all falling away, because those old patterns and belief systems that you once held on to actually kept you in a mindset of limitation, lack, and feeling like you couldn't, right? Again, the last full moon reading, I was talking about having a system upgrade to your hardware, right? You're getting a full-on reboot. And on the other side of the reboot, you're a whole new person. You have access to knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment within oneself that you didn't have before. It's like the old paradigms and the whole old hardware gets removed and replaced with new hardware, because you've leveled up, you've upgraded, and you understand from a different place than you did before. So to me, this is the old paradigm leaving, finally out of the way, and you feeling new, brand new, with the Page of Cups, like a baby. Your whole new version of you. And life is about to take off for you. Life is about to get really exciting, right? Think of the feeling, anticipation, expectation of going on a new trip into the unknown. And it's leading you to something great. It's leading you to your success, your achievement, and the things that at one time you felt held back from with the Nine of Swords, that you felt hindered, blocked, or kept from. Not anymore. This new moon is... I said in a pickle card reading the other day, the wait on the tarmac is over, okay? This is time to take off and experience life through a fresh set of eyes with the Page of Cups. Hard times are over. The old paradigm, the old patterns. A lot of you have ascended, have gone through your leveling up recently. The anxieties, the worries, the stresses of the past don't affect you the way they used to. The things in the outside physical everyday world don't affect you like you used to. You just don't give those things your attention. You tend, maybe at this time, through this leveling up, you tend to focus more on your inner world versus your outer physical world, because let's be honest here, everything that we see outside of us has already happened. It's the past. We create our future on the inside. It's already the past. Like everything that we see outside of us is the past. It's already happened. There's something else I would say, but I don't think I want to say it, because it might not be understood fully. But yeah, like I said, it's already happened. It's already been done. It's already the past. I feel like a lot of you are right now in a period of creation, Page of Cups, and initiating new things, new endeavors, new ideas, new creative projects. And again, any hindrances, blockages, or whether they be physical or mental, with the Nine of Swords, I think a lot of that is getting out of the way, so you feel free enough to create, free to explore new things and new avenues and new horizons, right? Without any of that stuff getting in your way. Blockages have been like wiped out of the way, out of your mind, maybe out of your physical circumstance. But either way, they've been kind of pushed away and out of the side, off to the side, so that way you can go pursue, right? And achieve. Take the first step in the direction of your success. Accomplishment, right? The Six of Wands is all about accomplishing things. And the number 6 itself is a card of alignment, or number of alignment, balance and harmony, reciprocity. So things being in alignment with you moving in the direction of your alignment. And now that you are in alignment, you are in a better position to achieve, manifest, and materialize things into your world. I also feel like Spirit is inspiring things within you, inspiring things in you to achieve. Because the wands are spiritual inspiration and the action we take in the direction of those spiritual nudges and urges, right? So for some of you, previous thoughts, patterns, paradigms, or limitations in your physical circumstance or everyday world might have kept you from maybe achieving fully your purpose, right? But again, not anymore. And that's why this is like the indication of a new journey in the direction maybe of purpose, maybe in regards to learning something new so you can fulfill a purpose. Some of you might be students right now or learning a new hobby, skill, or endeavor that is going to put you on the path to purpose, this new moon. So let's see. I have the Making Magic cards. Let's see what we get here. Okay, there's one. That fell out, actually. Let's see if we can get two more. Okay, two. All right, let's see. No way. That was the one that fell out. Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. Do you see that? Victory, glory, triumph. That perfectly falls in line with the Six of Wands. You are achieving something. This new moon. Again, I felt happy news. I felt good news coming through to tell you that you've achieved something, that you won something, that you've gotten what you that you hoped for, right? That maybe it was something that some of you were concerned about. For some of you, this new moon could be the indication of a new job, right? Or a new house, or something that you're acquiring brand new after maybe a period of restriction, limitation, or blockage, or worry or concern. Again, good news comes through to deliver something happy to you. And I think it's an unexpected happy surprise this new moon might bring for you. Like I said, expect the unexpected. But I also feel like some of you intuitively anticipate something too. Again, the butterfly feeling, right? Like you're anticipating something. Something exciting is happening this new moon for a lot of you, and it's going to bring you a positive outcome in the direction that you desire. But let's see. What? Look at that. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Fame and fortune. So the sun is shining on you. Right? The sun is shining on you. I don't know. I know this looks more like a lunar halo around the owl, but I can't help but think it looks more like a sun too, right? And you have the double, like you have the circle here, and then you have the rim around it, and this also has it. So I'm seeing synchronicity there between these two images. So yeah, the sun talks about enlightenment, and I was talking about how I feel like a lot of you have gone through like ascension and system upgrades, in other words, and you've learned a lot from the previous cycle, which now is helping you to step more into your heart, which is helping you to achieve more too. And that is energy of the sun. The sun talks about success. It talks about clarity, right? And feeling confident and triumphant. So I still am going to put that over here with the achievement, and the sun and the Six of Wands obviously go together. And I feel like the sun is at your back, right? So a lot of positive energy surrounds you in this situation, obviously, with this new moon. Things are resolved. Things end up in a happy way. Positive news that you're desiring, it turns out just fine. You're going places, and I also feel like things are coming your way that you might not even see yet. Again, surprises. Something's coming towards you, or you're going towards something. But either way, there's something positive on the other side of this literal or figurative journey that this new moon is putting you or having you embark upon. Okay, there's something positive on the other side of the journey that this new moon is having you embark upon. So let's see what this card is. Okay, time to shine like the sun. Look at that. Time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Do you see that? I think that falls in line with the Page of Cups. Golden opportunities, right? Surprise encounters, new things being presented to you, new things happening for you. It is your time to shine like the sun. It is your time for things to start taking off in a positive direction for you. It's your time to shine and start going places, right? There's the sun. There is the sun. So, yeah, I wish I would have seen that sooner, but you know, it'd be better late than never. It's basically your time to fly off into the sunset. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what this feels like. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to grab a final oracle card from the Sacred Destiny before I roll the dice for angel numbers. I'm really curious now, especially to see what angel numbers show up for you. Again, you're on the path to achieving things. This is all about positive energy here. Good things taking off for you. Good things coming your way. The new moon is basically opening up the floodgates for you to receive these new things in a positive and successful way. So be open and receptive. Stay in your heart. If you haven't gone into your heart, then this new moon would be the time to do that. So that way you can assure yourself a positive outcome in any situation, circumstance that with the Nine of Swords you may feel concerned about at this time. Okay, so let's see if we can get a final oracle card from the Sacred Destiny. Final oracle card for this Aries new moon, April 1st, 2022. Whoa. Okay, so there's a bunch of cards here, but I only need one, so this is what I will accept, okay? Geez, now I'm curious to see what's underneath, but there's like, how many? Hold on here. There's 4 cards. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of them. We'll be here all night. So let me just give that one, okay, and put the rest away and read directly from the book. So it says embracing. Let's see what it says. Embracing the new, maybe, right? I'm trying to find it here. There we go. So let's look at the artwork a second, okay? Because the book does talk about the artwork. So it says embracing, and it says floodplains. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to far banks of the surrounding land during times of high water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt and sand and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility. Look at that. As well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. Ooh, maybe you're about to harvest your abundance. It says it's a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. So it says the sacred landscape wants you to know. Sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. Nine of Swords, right? You can sometimes get overwhelmed, right? With thoughts and emotions and all that stuff. But let's see. And it can feel uncomfortable. Yeah, because the Nine of Swords definitely is uncomfortable. But it says, however, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read through the screen. So, or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished. And as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. Yeah. Remember what I was saying that? I was saying the ascension, right? The reboot. The old hardware being replaced with new hardware. And that is enlightenment, like I mentioned. Spiritual growth, wisdom gained from your experience, right? That is expansion and enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, and growth, really. Embrace all your emotions. When you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. And I was feeling like with the Nine of Swords, there were things that maybe you were blocked from, that you couldn't access, but now this new moon is allowing you to access them. And I was telling you that if you haven't had a chance to go into your heart, right, to do that, well, going into your heart would be to feel, right, to feel the visualization and the outcome as already done and complete, because you solidify it in faith that way. We have to feel, right? We have to feel what we desire. Otherwise, it's the feeling that gives it fuel to the subconscious in order to become. So I'm tying it into that because, again, sometimes we visualize, but we don't go into our heart to feel it as already done. And that's where, when it comes to the outcome you seek, you might fail, right? You might fail if you don't feel it. But it's saying embrace all your emotions. When you do, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Again, when you feel it. When you feel it is when you achieve it. When you feel it, right, the manifestation or the visualization, when you feel the visualization, it solidifies its fact and does bring you what you seek. It will bring you your prosperity, and it will have abundant things flow into your life. Because you're in alignment when you're feeling these things. And you're staying true to that feeling rather than what the outside world is trying to tell you. So I feel like the floodplains, they're not just talking about the emotional aspect or the feelings or whatnot. It's talking about fertilizing dry land, This is a time to explore and experience the new. Maybe after a time of restriction is what this is telling me. Because it's saying alternately, if your emotions have been blocked, well, if anything has been blocked, really, this is the time to explore and experience. Whatever has been blocked from you is how this is saying to me. Like if there was a period of drought in your life, well, that's not going to be the case. Expect the Nile, right? Like the Nile River to start to overflow. the flooding of the Nile, right? It's a positive thing when it happens. It means a time of prosperity and fulfillment and harvest and lush abundance, right? Abundant crops, so it says. So this is a time to embrace like I feel like new stages of abundance, to allow these things to flow and flood into your life, right? To embrace them, to allow them, to receive them, is what it's saying. We have two animal medicine energies here. The heron, okay, or the ibis, I think it's an ibis. And we have the owl. Well, the ibis is associated to Thoth, and Thoth is definitely energy of wisdom, right? Knowledge, the word. So is the owl. So I would look up the ibis, maybe even the heron, and the owl as an animal medicine if you want additional messages. I'm not going to get into them now because we're already at 50-something minutes here. But you can, again, do your own research to get additional messages from the animal meanings. I have, and you know what? The fish itself is a symbol of abundance too. So we have energies of wisdom, knowledge here with these two, and then we have the fish, which equals abundance. And it's when the floodplains, right, are flooded that the ibis or the heron can actually fish. So again, abundance. So let's see what angel numbers come up for this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice to receive additional messages for the reading. The numbers that show up once you research them can confirm some things I've already said, and or provide you with additional messages that maybe you need for your journey personally. I don't recommend a source because it could be one you don't like. And two, I want you to, take the journey to find the magic for yourself, because sometimes when you do the research for yourself and you go exploring, you come across other synchronicity and serendipity Spirit needs you to find. And if I gave you a shortcut to a source, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. Likewise, I always ask everybody to refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason. Again, we don't want to rob anybody of finding their own magic, because again, we don't know what they're going to find for themselves if they were to take the journey to research it. We want to make sure we give everybody a chance to find those synchronicities, right? So let's see what numbers come up for this new moon in Aries, April 1st, 2022. All right, so we have 5, 3, and 8. So 538 is your angel number. Go ahead and look that up. See what that number brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some way, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps this channel grow, reach more people, find who it needs to. Maybe click the little bell for future notifications so you don't miss out on content. Again, subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there that I make with my 2 hands on my free time. Powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. I have Lemurian seed crystal necklaces there as well. I have personal readings and light language activations there when available too. So much love. Pay me a visit. Take care. Happy new moon, and always keep shining.